soft music. Quiet little rotating star vessels amidst the vast darkness of space, illuminated by a million pinpricks of light. Stars outstretched amidst the infinities of the void. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or your regional equivalents. And welcome back again to Otoshka Place. Reassembly. What did I even shoot? Was that a seed? That was a seed, yeah, it was a seed. Funny that the seeds in this universe are explosive. But maybe that's just the reaction of the plasma condensers on simple biological life. I don't know. I'm gonna... Ooh. Careful uranium. I might delete you like I did your brother. If you trap me. Yeah, shame. No. Okay, so, alright. Last we left off, we built a nice... We made a very nice looking ship. I like it. I just like it. It's nice. We've got the basics of our little faction set up. We have, missile unlocked. We have... Still got to get the factory and the massive plasma condenser. But otherwise, we're doing okay for a crystallized game. And go... Wait, gallium! Off! Hold on, okay. And I like our little ship, it's nice. Oh, very nice. Look at your aim, building a massive amount of crystallized civility outposts, which I realize now have no power conduits. They have no power conduits. So they couldn't make power. So I'm going to fix that quickly. Just a little bit. There we go. Very nice. I don't know. I want to kind of make it look a little bit interesting, but at the same time... That's a difficult question. It's not a difficult question, but producing a high quality retort to the question is the primary problem. Okay, good. I think I'm happy with that. Well, I should probably put in... See, those are some nice spots with some of these. Wow, that's not what I wanted. Okay, hold on. It's going to get more expensive, but that's fine. This primarily serves as a defensive point defense and general defense outpost, so need some good firepower. These things are 15p, 15 power points. I mean, the Terran version is like 6 or 4 or something silly, and that's ridiculous. So anyway, yeah, and then we can add in some thick crystallized armor. Thick crystallized armor. Yes, good. I guess, I don't know. Why am I being ominous about the situation? It's not very productive. Okay. I like that. I should have done that before. But I did not. A great tragedy of our... Oh, it's not really, but anyway. Okay, there we go. Whoop, not big. There we go. Nice, I like that. It's a nice little addition. Except I'm now remembering that I specifically didn't want spikiness. That was the thing I was going for, is to not have spikiness. I'm going to have to change this a little bit. Because if I now actually remember the entire point of my build decisions, it was that I didn't end up with spikiness. So I need to rethink those factors. Oh, very nice. Good. Much better. these areas couldn't fit. I remember that. That was very annoying. Very annoying. Okay, good. Then we can have things like we can have a few antimatter missile launchers. It'd be quite nice. I'd like to put one right there, but it just wouldn't fit for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons, it would not fit. How tragic. Plasma condenser. More plasma condensers. Might be a bit overkill for a civilian starbase, but civility crystallized. Yeah. What I will do is give it... Maybe not. Yeah, some internal guns. Just a few. That'd be nice. And then... maybe a bit of that. Why not? It fits in. It kind of looks okay, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Come on. Civility crystallized. Much better. Actually, beta armed. Good. It's got some missiles on it. Alright, so what we now need to build for ourselves is... well, we need more credits. There we go. Got more credits. And we need to now give ourselves antimatter missiles. Gonna need perhaps to rethink how I make this work. Also, didn't I want more speed? More speed. I'll have to think through that. Shame. Well, we've got the version 2 there. This is 634. This is 634. Okay, good. Well, then we can make this the Mark III, and we can experiment with a few missiles in interesting places. Like there and there. Which isn't too pokey, but it's kind of nice. I mean, it's pretty pokey. Shall I try and design a system whereby the missiles are not pokey in terms of the design's overall style? I should definitely try. After all, that is kind of the main aim of... yeah. Wow, it's one PowerPoint over. It's one. It's one. That's tragic. Okay. Yeah. I think we're gonna leave it like that. It's gonna be the Mark III. Simple. Simple change. Actually, no. Actually, no. I don't want to add more armor on, but it's going to demand at least a little bit of protection. It's too spiky. You see, this is the sort of thing we gotta deal with. There we go, that's what I wanted. It's a bit too flat, a bit too flat. If I do, you see, I mean, that's kind of nice. Yeah, I guess. Listen, it's going to need a little bit of defense. I'm just going to have to deal with it. It kind of, slots in with the boosters. It looks nice. Booster. Just funny. They have booster, but they don't have thruster. Those are made to boost, not to thrust. No wonder these ships are so slow. Isn't that right, Jeeves? Jeeves? Corporal Mulligan. Corporal Mulligan. Okay, interesting choice of words. Corporal Mulligan. Yeah, he's a famous corporal, I guess. I don't really know why, but he is. Corporal Mulligan. I'm Corporal Mulligan. Corporal Mulligan, yes. That sounds a bit like Paul McCartney. Sound a bit like Paul McCartney. Less said about that, the better. Sound a bit like Paul McCartney. I can't do Paul McCartney's voice. Well, maybe I could. If I knew a bit better what Paul McCartney sounded like. Yeah, it's a bit less. I mean, it's okay. Listen, it's pointy, but in the structuralistic form sense. Yeah, you see if I did that. But then I'd have to have like another missile there. I mean, I could do, but I don't want to. Don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Call. I'm so sorry. I deeply apologize. This is now it's in my head, and I am enjoying it far too much. So it's just what it's gonna have to be. We can have some more structural reinforcing here. Good, nice. All right. Well, let that be the Mark III. Be the proper Mark III. Good. Slight changes, slight advancements. The Mark III should be more significantly costly, but I don't really have the upper echelons. I could build the Mark III anyway and then wait until I have the resources. I don't want to do that. I want to have the resources, because then it's cooler, betterer. I don't know. Listen, there's some form of rationale that I'll need a few words to put into words. Need a few minutes to put. Need a few words to put. Need a few minutes to put into words cohesively. But I'll think about it at some point. Well, just never say it again. But that's fine. Okay. So I wanted to go out clockwise, but then we hit, the Sentinel and nukes, and ooh. Interesting. Hey, we've got ambient too. That's the red plants, which are the red plants. As far as I am aware, might even be the blues. I think it goes green, pink. Yeah, so 0 is ambient. No, -1 is ambient structures. 0 is green. Red is I think 1, and I think 2 is blue. Yeah, in terms of ambient, you see. Look here, and you see there, and you'll see. This is the code that dictates the functionality of reassembly sectors. So, for example, ambient is the sorts of things that get generated on anything that has environmental, the environment tag on its blocks. So, for example, asteroids have the environment tag. So naturally, in game generation, they will have plants. They will have whatever the ambient item of that zone is placed upon them. Which is quite cool. It's quite nice. And you can have more than one ambient, and you can do lots of other things. So you can have plants and your own factional buildings. That's how the bees do it. The bees have -1, and that puts their own structures on it. What was that? I didn't even see what that was. Antimatter. That's just Sentinel pieces. Oh no. Okay, well let's scout the perimeter. Let's just scout the perimeter. Okay, we've got contestants. The contestants. Yeah. So yeah, it's a Guardian nuker. Let's throw some antimatter missiles at it. Here we go. No. Okay, good. I got it. I should actually go to bindings. Put these on point defense. Right click. Good. So, what that means, in theory, is that 2 of them will always be launching, and they'll always be hopefully targeting either missiles. So, for example, nukes. Now, that isn't necessarily going to be effective, but when it comes to fighting the Sentinels, it can be very effective. It might end up being a bit annoying, especially if the Sentinels launch flurry missiles, because the flurries will distract our Sentinel. Oh well, there we go, gone. They've got obliterators, so there's not much we can do about that. No, don't spawn us into here. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So that is that shroud is in for a very bad time. Gone. Well, those guys are in a very bad place. Let me increase my. Here we go, and we should orbit out. Nice. Asteroid pod. That's such an old little vessel. Yeah, the contestants are from some of the original ships to have won the first reassembly tournaments, which is quite cool. Samurai Katanadia by Shingeki Rising Sun. I can't say it. Okay. Go, 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 go. We're getting droned. We're getting droned. It's the sound of droning. I can't. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. Oh wow, this is a radiation one. Oh yeah, so anything in the middle is actually going to slowly get annihilated by the radiation spread. Okay, let's try that one more time. Escape velocity! Very nice. Probe 6. Oh, probe 5. Bunch of the little probe units. Tomb. Technically, the Sentinels remind me of the Necrons from Warhammer 40k. Don't know much about 40k, but Necrons, I do know. I played a decent amount of Dawn of War back in the day, so... Oh no, nuke! 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 Okay, knocked it away. Good hit, gentlemen. This is a bad day. This is a bad day. Add more nukes. Okay. I think one of our antimatter missiles hit that nuke and set it off early, otherwise I think it would have overshot us. Okay, let's try this again in a different direction. Shucks. We are too small and we are fighting with forces too powerful. Too powerful at this present moment. What's out? Yeah, we're only at 774. I mean, that's not much. There's a bunch of screams here. Okay. I don't want to be here. Go away. Go away. Leave me alone. Oh, my boosters can take quite a lot of damage, actually. Point defense. Open fire. Oh, I've got no power. That's a problem. That's a very big problem, actually. I need to solve that issue. That's a problem the Mark III is going to have to solve then. Yeah. Okay. Because we are losing power very, very easily. And I realize why. Technically, it's obvious. Non-technically, I didn't really care, unfortunately. I wasn't really thinking about making it uber efficient at that moment in time. So now we are suffering the consequences. I'm actually just going to take more thrusting power. More thruster power. Because we need to get out of here. Okay. That should protect these a lot more than they were being. In theory. Yeah, should be fine. Core is still very exposed, but in terms of what the ship is, I think it's fine. Good, and we can replace the Mark III with the actual Mark III. The actual Mark III will be 1,200 pp. Power points. So... yes. For now, it's not the real Mark III, but it is the pseudo Mark III. It's the temporary Mark III. Ooh, a lot more power. A lot more power! Good. Hello, Reds. Please don't kill me, Reds. The Red's good. I mean, they've got Tempests. They've got pretty powerful weapons. I am a Sentinel. I'm a lone Sentinel cruiser. But I will chow up their primary ships. It's if they send drones and things against me. And if they take out my power. Good. Okay, great. This is bad. Should probably unlock some bigger thrusters. Boosters. I should say boosters. Boosters, not thrusters. Thrusters is for the Terrans and everyone else. Boosters is for Crystalline. It'll be fine. Well, goodbye. Bonk. Sweet tragedy. Okay, so very evidently, I am not equipped for any sort of combat whatsoever. That's very bad. No. Just give me a moment. Just hold on. Just look. Just. Okay, game. Let me select. Hold on. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. There we go. Anyway, so as we were saying, the tab menu is very powerful for just removing you from otherwise frustrating situations. Every game should have a tab menu. Every game. Unfortunately, it does stop the music, which I am very sad about. But, do you hear it? It starts again. Yes. Like a distant breeze. Very nice. Okay, can I drop off my resources? Do you want resources? No, please? Come on. Come on, come on. Take my resources. Come on. There we go. I just had to be closer. It's very, very low collection range. There are mods that give harvesters and solar panels and other things to all the factions, which are nice, but, you know, it's kind of half the challenge, I guess. Although it is a bit annoying. I am actually going to put the radium here just because it's a very tough ship. And we do need some more standard production warships. Because the game spawns in the stuff in your databank. So if I just have a couple more tough ships, then we will have a couple more tough ships just spawning in general. Should also probably grab 1 or 2 uraniums, just so we actually have... Do I have uranium? I have a promethium. Okay, well, that's good enough. Let's see what's going on in here. And if... Yeah, so uranium, let's just grab it. Put all the default faction things all the way down there so we don't have to deal with it. Hello, uranium. How you doing? Oh, no. No, uranium! Oh, thanks, asteroid. Wow. That was some god blessing right there. That was very lucky. That's some wonderful coincidence there. Multi-purpose battle raider right hook. Hold on, right hook. That's from Space Pirates and Zombies. Oh, I miss Space Pirates and Zombies. Space Pirates and Zombies 2 is nice. I actually really liked it. So a lot of people either didn't. A lot of people either didn't. A lot of other people didn't, unfortunately, because it was a different game. It was quite a different game. But some of the underlying ideas were the same, and I actually really liked it. Just as its own game. I didn't really think of it as needing to be strictly the same sort of game, because the first game was about, you have a mothership and then you have all of your patrol craft which you pilot individually, and you can do that in the second game, but the second game is more about you building your mothership and customizing it rather than you building your patrol craft and customizing them. It's very much changed the core, basically the main character of the game, which was, your patrol craft and working with them. I'm sorry, farmers. I didn't want to hurt you. They're no threat to me, but at the same time, I don't want to fight the farmers. They're so nice. They're just nice. They just look nice. They've got a nice green, calming hue. They've got a lot of stations. Swirl base. Good, they're neutral. Whirl base, not swirl. But close enough. Okay, doing a bit of scouting. I want to go hit that that wormhole because we can hit it, stay here, get 1,000 credits, upgrade a bit because it's time to upgrade, and then poor world base got knocked around. Hello, flies. I can't fight the flies because I don't have laser weaponry. The only way to really fight the flies is if you have lasers. Otherwise, you will be very swiftly overwhelmed. Paul McCartney. I don't know why that's the joke I'm making, but I like it. Alright, hello, moody swirlness with your funny sound, funny music track. Stay here. Lovely, 1,000 credits. And uploaded to the wormhole. Factory, there we go. That's all we needed, and then a couple more points. And then, so we're going to be tormented by the flies until we escape. So we've actually got some Borg. Borg. Let's go see what the Borg are up to. The Borg are always up to something interesting. Oh, good old reassembly. So here's the Borg hive block, which are quite cool. Borg are entirely lasers, so they're effectively the perfect antidote to the flies. Ooh, look at the Borg chewing away at that spiky thing. Spiky plant. Oh, pardon me. Launch missiles. I don't really want to fight their drones because again, I don't know. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Hello, plants. Using of course Simplecrumb's mod that effectively changes all of their blueprints so that there's just less projectiles getting shot at you. Which just makes it a bit easier. Not easier, but also easier. In the sense that there's also just less lag. The spiky plants are awesome. I love them. They're so cool. They've got a very lovely chromatica. The color scheme is just lovely. Burst ship. Okay, burst ship. Thrusters damaged. Coordination anti-systems impaired. Yeah. So. Okay. I have delete that, put this here, and then get rid of you. We're gonna make. I should probably get somewhere safe first. Yeah, I should probably get somewhere safe first. Okay, let's just go. Let's just leave. Let's just aim for Tinker. No, wait, Tinkerell. Well, actually, it'll be AI controlled Tinkerells. That's actually fine. Oh. Tubule. Spiky plants, surprisingly neutral, despite being one of the most aggressive factions in the game. Well, one of the most terrifying factions, definitely. Hello, flies. The flies are everywhere. They are everywhere. Ah, no controlling faction. Let's go there. Let's get out of here. Wow, look, even the Tinkerell have been suffering great losses. Okay, let's go over here to the quiet zones. Good. Well, the flies are going to take over pretty quickly because they'll expand into it. But nonetheless, we have a few moments reprieve in this lovely little quiet. Look at that immediately. Section is theirs. Tinkerell's over here. We've got a lot of uncontrolled sectors here, which is nice. So, get rid of you. Okay, I got the mark. Never just delete your ship unless you have very significantly vanified. And you have another version there. Alright, so let's build our Deep Galaxy command ship. Well, our Deep Galaxy construction ship. Deep Galaxy, sir? Yes, Deep Galaxy, in the sense that we are deep in the galaxy. It's surprisingly very self-explanatory. Interesting shape. I'm going to take this basic because I like it. I just like these. These are nice. Interesting. Yeah. So this is made relatively simply. No. I want to maintain this. But get that sort of feeling of the look of that one. Gonna be hard to do. But could be possible. Thing jig bok bok wak click click. Okay. Thing bok quack. Listen, I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. Give just. I want to reproduce it without just copying it. That makes sense. There we go. So now we've got a version that's here. Now I can try to take it a bit out of joint without that being weird about it. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard. But for a good purpose, I think. Hopefully. There we go. Nice. Got it. Yes. Yes. Good. Good. Take that. Drop it down. Oh, darn it. It's not going to work like that, is it? It's not going to want to work like that. Make it work like this. I want the look without... Yeah, you see, I want that sort of look. Wiggum's littlest dog, tiniest dog. Oh, she's back there, sleeping, making sounds. Okay, alright. A bit of water. So like I said, interesting. Not a massive help, but in theory. Okay, let's just do this. Save. Take this. Remove this. Leave you there. Because I need to now do as I do in the oldie days. Engineer without seeing what I'm engineering, necessarily. Because if it looks nice before being symmetrized, then it will look amazing once it is symmetrized, and that's sort of the underlying principle. Okay, I mean, it's something, I guess. I guess. I'm not happy about it, but it'll work. Things I can do some big offset thrusters. Don't like it. Don't like it, lad. I don't like it. Much better. Well, I mean, much better, sort of, relatively. Oh, pardon me. And then something like that. Something like that, absolutely sure. Well, surely, I guess. And then yeah, something like that. I suppose. Is that okay? I mean, I guess. It seems to be okay. I think it's a decent enough design. Maybe. I don't like this. That's not going to sit well with me. That will sit well with me, yeah. But that's sort of a very edge case question. Yeah, okay, maybe not. It felt a bit too stumpy, and it still feels a bit too stumpy. Oh, the mandibles. The mandibles. Ugh, just scrap it, it's fine. Scrap it. something is, yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Sort of a heavyweight vessel, I guess. I don't like this. Primarily because this is a bit too interesting, I guess. It's a bit too interesting. Well, not interesting enough. Ah, there we go. Ah, pontoon design. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want pontoon design. Pontoon design. What's that, you might ask? Well, sort of the very familiar Star Trek aesthetic of having offset banks of engines. And it's okay, but I don't want it. It's okay, but I don't want it. Just basically the same as saying it's not okay, but nonetheless. This might take a while before I figure out how I'm gonna make this look. Ah, you see, that would be so nice if it weren't so weak looking. Take that away. Take this away. Take that away. Much better. The idea is maybe starting to get there. Is that enough? Ah, no, it isn't. Go away, 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 How did I do it initially? I had the thing. I had the... maybe it was a little bit wider. Get back in, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think, yeah, okay, I think we're hitting on something now. That's better. Come on. Come on. Yeah. So, kind of like that. A bit more happy about itself. A bit more happy about itself. What an odd statement, isn't it? I think it is. A bit more happy about itself. What a weird blimmin' statement. What am I saying? A bit more happy about ourselves. Yeah, a bit more like that. I don't want the point. I got points now. It's points again. It's points. You know what? Sometimes. I mean, it's all pointy, but it's all still kind of rounded in its own way. And it's in the way of Otoshka Place. It is a bit rounded, and I'm happy with that. In the way of Otoshka Place, it is rounded. In whatever bizarre, crazy way they think rounded is. I guess. Oh, poor old Otoshka Place. It's looking like one of the red battleships now. I can't stand that. Can't that look like a red battleship? This is an Otoshka Place vessel. Doesn't look like a red battleship. Are you crazy? There we go. Okay. Interesting idea. Wow. Actually, not a bad ship. Not a bad ship design in a sense. It has certain flaws, but I like it for what it's worth. I like it for what it's worth. Yeah. What are we calling this? What are we calling this? Kalia und Tasia. I don't know. Think of the lines of Kalia, Junsia, Albia, Maldia, Yantar, Solsia. Esocia Yunsa. Oh, I like that. It's the Esocia Yunsa. Oh, I like it. It's nice. Good. Okay, there you go. There's our command ship for a little while at least. Not going to be able to build it, but if we strip it down to like the Mark 0, which is basically the cheapest version of this that we could build, you know, rip off all of its missiles, you know, take away some of its guns, probably the 2 main guns. And we can afford it. Oh, how ridiculous. Lovely. I completed one of the tutorial objectives. There you go. It's not going to be the thumbnail. I don't know. I actually don't know. But I like it, and it get a little bit of forward thrust. There we go. Okay. All right. Wait. Hold on. Why is it a little bit off kilter? some of that weird thruster logic. Anyway, good. Now we've got a... Ow! Hey, who's opening food on our ship? 8, yeah, okay. Who be opening fire on my ship, mate? Who be opening fire on me ship? On me ship? On me ship, mate. On me ship, mate. On me ship, mate. Okay, let's do a bit of that. So I can actually have some missiles. And then we actually need some small scout ship. Small scout ship! Scale 3! No, hopefully not scale 3. But something along the lines of... Not that. Not that. Does anyone remember that guy from... Tron, the Tron remake, you know? Anyone? Come on. Oh, this is a cute little fighter. I like this. Very limited capabilities of maneuverability, but give it some better capability. There we go. So it can turn, and it can stop, kind of, maybe. Sort of. It can maybe stop. Should perhaps improve its stopping capabilities. Yeah, like that. That's a nice little... Well, it's okay. Building a purple faction feels weird. I will say that. Building a purple faction feels weird. Just kind of randomly. Hurrella. Well, that'd be more like hurla. Hula. Ureli Hula. I like Ureli Hula. That's fine. Ureli Hula. The Ureli Hula Mark 1, tiny little ship, doesn't even have a power generator. So we're gonna have to actually give it a power generator. I don't like the fact that I have to give my tiny little ship a 60p power generator. It feels interesting. Nonetheless. Pardon me. There we go. Alright. Let's make some of you. We can afford 1. Its combat firepower is not going to be able to justify its cost, so we're going to have to put like a few guns on it. A few extra guns. And bind these two for main fire. I mean, it's a small, light exploratory vessel. It doesn't really need a lot. Come on. Good enough. They are nice and centralized, as it should be. And it actually looks kind of nice. It looks kind of nice. I don't like these. These don't look nice. But they look functional in the end. Ooh, I like it, but the problem is it's got this spikiness to it, so it might not last long, but it's nice. I like it. Better than that, my goodness. What an improvement in design. It's a lot more costly, but it looks better, so I'm happy. It's like, it costs more, but it looks better, so I'm happy. There we go, let's build one. Good. Oh, lovely. We've got a little support ship. Excellent. Alright. Deep Space Command ship with actually some pretty decent speed. Look at that. Actually, really fast little ship. Very bad turning. But, directionalistically, pretty effective. Oh no. Oh no! Ah, goodness. Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Not an inch. Not a dial. I know this is not the way I had it built in the other one, but I wanted the other one to have a little bit more structural strength because it doesn't have all the other craft in the way. Wait, did I? Hold on. What? Wait, hold on. It's not that. Oh no, I'm just gonna build it like that. Yeah, I built this one that way. Exactly. A little more structural strength there. Put the living bombs slightly further away from the command center of the ship. Wow, I've actually got power. Oh, this faction is so stupid. Shame, no, it's okay, but it really should have some power generation on the little core. Come on, Arthur. Why is that something you didn't do for the crystalline? Come on, it's for every other faction. It's a base functionalograph. It's like, oh, Arthur, why? I mean, it's cool. It's different, but it's at the same time, it's not really cool because you're always gonna have to have that power generator. It means, but it's nice, I guess. It's okay. But it should just be like a tiny bit of power generation with a capacitor, and then okay, fine. Yeah, it is disabled. And then okay, fine. You do need a power generator if you want to fire your guns, but you can still fire one or two little point defense. Is he dead? No, he's still alive. Good. Still fire little point defense guns if all else fails. Now you better run, you little red cheeseballs. Where is he? Where is he? Disengage. Okay, disengage. Come, where are you? Ship? Oh, there he is. Hello, Bobby. Shame. Engage my target. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nice. Okay, good. We've actually got some power to fire the guns. It's a pretty fundamental concept there. This thing actually probably will need more power. So let's just preempt the power need. Quite a bit. Alright, good. Yes, I know, the center of the ship will go off with a bang, but that's fine. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm happy to just accept it. 1455, that's not bad. Hello, little buddy. Let's build a few more of you. Nice. Okay. What are these? Mines? Oh no! What just happened? Are you kidding me? So, the mod that adds back the red explosive asteroids also adds back tracking mines with massive explosion radiuses. I am very annoyed and I'm going to go uninstall that entire damn mod. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. It's not normally how I end this, but as it is... Whew. Anyway, we have a command ship which is vaguely half built. It's okay. So until next time, everybody. There we go. There's your thumbnail. Cheerio. Now to go disable that darn mod.